Right then, so welcome back to what is going to be a bit of an update video. I did a video on this Bosch 18-volt battery operated pump that I use up here, mainly for moving water around into my dip tanks and all the rest of it. And you can also stick a hose on it and it gives you the pressure that you would from a tap. It's an incredible bit of kit, and I'll link the video to where I review it, if you like, in the description. But at the end of that video, I said I was going to try and set up an irrigation system for my potatoes using this pump. One of the subscribers said, come on Pete, hurry up and update it, because I want to try and do the same. So we'll just go outside. I'll show you what I've done, what worked, what didn't work, some modifications I had to make to get it to work, and yeah, just show you the volumes you can expect to get out of it from drippers using this pump. All right, so let's go outside and I'll go over it. Right, so actually before we go outside, it's probably easier for me to explain and show you exactly what I used here on the table where you can see it easily. So it's pretty straightforward. We've got our garden hose with the normal female connector on the end of it. Then we've got a 4mm to garden hose connector, which fits on the 4mm delivery pipe for the irrigation system. The only thing with this is that's female as well. So if you want to connect it to your bog standard female pipe connection, you will need a male to male connector. So obviously that goes in there like that, and then you can connect up your garden hose, connect up your irrigation pipe. That's 4mm irrigation pipe, and that way obviously you'll be able to feed it. Then I just run the line out along the top of the buckets, and where I wanted to put in a drip irrigator, I just put in one of these T connectors, then cut a short length to go to the middle of my bucket, and on the end of that I put one of these drip irrigators, and they just twist to allow different amounts of water to come out. And I've got to be honest, playing with all of those to get the water to come out right is a bit of a nightmare. It just takes a bit of time, but once you've done it, then it's set and happy days. Now, I had 40 buckets to try and irrigate. Initially, I ran the feed line over all 40 and tried to feed it all up that length of pipe. Now, the bed is about 4.5 meters long, so we had 18 meters of pipe, and I found that was too much. I just couldn't get the volume to go up the feed pipe and come out the drippers. So what I had to do was split that in half, and I found that worked. So that pump will feed probably 10 meters of pipe with 20 drippers on it. All right, just to give you an indication of what it can do in one hit. So what I did to overcome that is I split the feed. So I had pipe coming in. I got one of these 3-way connectors, and then each drip line, don't need that, connected into it, so that there's plenty of water volume coming up from the pump. I just couldn't get enough flow out of this 4mm pipe. So maybe, I don't know, if you could get like 6mm, then going down to 4mm, you may be able to get a bit more length of run. But I think 10 meters and 20 drippers, I mean, it would work perfectly for hanging baskets and things like that. It really would. And then just a spike to clip into the bucket, just to hold it in place. So pretty straightforward. Just one little tip: when you're connecting the pipe up to the tee or up to the dripper, just warm it up a bit of hot water, something like that. Or, you know, a sunny day like today, it's easy, but that'll make life a little bit easier, just warming the end up in a bit of hot water. I mean, if you haven't got hot water at your plot, perhaps just take a flask or something like that. All right, so that's what I used, and we'll go out and see it in action. Right then, so here's the whole system from start to finish. We got the pump hooked on the side of the IBC, pumps inside the IBC, coming down to a pipe. Like I say, I generally use dip tanks and watering cans. For me, it's like the quickest way to do it. But if you have got open tanks, just keep a bit of stick in it, just in case anybody falls in. Anyway, so right, so we're off there, down to the reel, and that's me. Then we go up the pipe. There's 25 meters of this pipe, so it's already pumping 25 meters. And here you can see what I mean. I split the pipes, so we got that one going up to the first 20 buckets, that one going to the second lot of 20 buckets. And you know, I've got up here to where we haven't got quite so many plant coming through, and you see exactly what I've done. So we got the stake, the T-piece, the dripper into the middle. All right, so that's that over the 40 buckets, split into 2 lots of feed. All right, now volume wise, what I did, I came to the end one, the end dripper, put the dripper in a measuring jug, and that put out just over 1.2 litres in 10 minutes. All right, so I mean, I only tested the one dripper, but they're all dripping pretty much the same. So basically, we're giving each bucket 1.2 litres over a 10-minute period. All right, and that's a total of 40 buckets. All right, so I hope that's answered your questions. Whether 1 litre is enough, I don't know. Generally, I water these with 2 watering cans, one 5 litre and one 10 litre. And I empty the 5 litre into one bucket, then fill up the 5 litre, and then split the last 2. All right, so in one trip, I do 3 buckets, and by pulling them out the dip tanks, it doesn't really take me that long. So down to you really. Personally, I don't think 1 litre is enough over 10 minutes. Obviously, you know, you don't really want to be running this for 10 minutes every day, do you? Oh, I wouldn't anyway. So yeah, I'd say it's a partial success. Partial success for hanging baskets that don't need anywhere near the volume of potato buckets. Fill your boots. Works really well. And if you've already got the pump, it saves you, you know, buying a solar one or a separate one. All right, so that's it. That's me pump irrigating me potatoes, sort of. All right, right, well, I hope that's answered your questions. Got any questions, just ask. I'll do my best to answer them. Right, well, thanks for watching. Cheers and go on.